Hello everybody, I was not really intending to record a video at this moment. I'm actually supposed to be on my way to the Bay Area, but I got something in the mail that needed to be opened and checked right away. So a little background on some things. I've got this Bust-A-Move panel here that I've had for the last, I think, year and a half or so. I've never really had anything to run it with, but it was really cool. I picked it up, it was cheap. But it's actually interesting. It's different than other panels because it's actually made out of acrylic as opposed to metal. And as you can tell, I've got like some missing parts in there and whatnot. I'll have to restore. But at any rate, I'm doing this video because I have finally sourced myself a kit for the game. Now, this game does not run very well in MAME. I believe, from what I've seen, that it's because it reads the songs off a hard drive, and the emulation for that, I guess, isn't good. So this is something that I've kind of had my eye out for a very long time as one of those things to buy no matter what the cost, or, you know, if I'm short on funds or if all my money's invested. They're very rare, and it's just one of those things that I have to get whenever I can. So, interesting, this came EMS, actually, and in a time where EMS is synonymous with you aren't going to get your mail. It's interesting, and it came out of Korea, so it's not, you know, not like from Japan, like all the other packages, but anyway, just an interesting note that, they are still shipping EMS out of Korea. So, at any rate, I'm very excited that I got this kit, and we're going to take a look at it, hook it up, and make sure it works. So here we've got some bubble wrap, probably the hard drive, and this is probably the kit. I'm just going to get this out here, chuck the box aside. There's nothing else in there. Okay, so here we've got the art for the cab, which is great because, you know, this is gonna go into candy. I'm actually gonna put these up. Let's take a look at it. Here's the Marquee Art. It looks like it's on nice thick cardstock for Bust-A-Move 2, which, for those of you that aren't familiar, the Japanese release of this was Bust-A-Move, which confuses a lot of like the Western audience because Puzzle Bobble was released as Bust-A-Move in the U.S. So in the U.S., I think the West in general, they when they released it Bust-A-Move, they released it as Bust-A-Groove. So technically, this game is Bust-A-Move / Bust-A-Groove. Depends on how you want to call it. But yeah, anyway, and then there's the move strip. It looks to be in good shape, just has the normal like crease in the middle that you get out of most of these. So yeah, art set looks nice, which is good. It'll something that I would have had to try to source or reproduce myself later if I really wanted this to look good, which I do. Okay, so here we've got some Korean newspaper. It's not a normal fare for me. I don't normally get stuff like that. That's kind of cool. Probably end up in the trash like everything else, but let's open up this board. And here we've got the board for Bust-A-Groove, which I don't remember which hardware it runs on, but as you can see, it's one of the PS1 based Sony hardwares. I don't remember. I'd probably look it up and mention it in the comments. But there's that. Set that aside, and we've got the hard drive here. So I'll open this up, take a look at it. Got some sweet bubble wrap ASMR there. And our hard drive. packed in some more Korean newspaper. Now, I'm, of course, going to immediately back this thing up as soon as I can. I don't want to lose what's on it. Though I think that this is dumped, so I'm not too worried about it. But we've got that. We've got our cable here. So, all right. We're going to hook this up and give it a test. All right, and we're back here, and I've got over here, my board is hooked up, the hard drive is hooked up here, and we've got this sexy little super gun here. We're going to be doing a review of this in a future video. I'm working on it right now, so look forward to it. This thing is gorgeous. So at any rate, I got everything here hooked up. I've got the hard drive here. Now, it didn't come with a cable to power the hard drive, so I just got an external power for it. I would assume that maybe like this header here is power. So at some point, maybe I'll have to make a cable for that. I didn't see anything else directly obvious to hook it up. Anyway, it's all there. I don't have any way to hook up the panel at the moment, but eventually I'll be probably making a harness for this to use proper panel. At any rate, let's flip it on and we'll take a look at the game. So there we go. Point that away a little bit right now. Now note this this PVM here in the corner is missing blue. I haven't figured that out yet. I don't know if I will by the time I'll do the video on the super gun, but we'll let this fire up. There we go, hard drive detected. And I guess we'll be waiting about 40 seconds. I'll be back. There we go. So you didn't miss anything. The screen just goes black and it boots up. So here we are. We've got the game running, and I'm gonna grab our joystick over here just to have something to test. Let me turn the audio up maybe. So yeah, everything appears to be working good, which was my main concern. I just wanted to make sure that, you know, everything actually works before I leave. I don't want to take off, come back like a week later and find out that the board's dead and have to deal with it then. Better to check it right away. But there we go. So everything looks good. I'm just gonna hit service there, start it up. Alright, so yeah, everything appears to be fine. That's good to see. Alright, and I'm gonna just go into test menu here, and we'll kind of take a look through that too, maybe. Okay, so come and I don't have any doubts that like all the inputs work or anything like that, but let's go do IO test. There we've got the two buttons and up, down, left, right. Yeah, well, so yeah, everything honestly probably fine, but start and up plus rhythm button. There we go. I press start to save. Okay, there we go. Anyway, yeah. So everything works. It you know, is what I expected out of it, and I'm really satisfied with picking this up, especially to be able to put this really neat panel to use as well. So this will be one of our kind of like unusual, unique games that we'll be able to bring out. It kind of goes in line with my whole idea of wanting to be able to do like all the weird, obscure games that you normally can't play anywhere else. That's kind of like the goal for my personal arcade. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, checking out this really neat gem that we picked up, and look forward to the video review of this beautiful Axon Soft C-Box Super Gun coming up soon. We will see you in the next video.